So this is our breakfast. I believe it's called Jope or Joke. To go along with my breakfast tablets, which I'll explain those later. So yeah, bon appetit. So it's the morning of day 2. I've already showed you our interesting breakfast. It's okay. They give you chili sauce and that vinegar dip with it, which I didn't partake in. Not the most adventurous with food, but I would, I'd pretty much eat anything. Part of being in here, I suppose, you're to try and figure out how to order your meals, and everything is in Thai. I've been trying to download a picture translator, so I've semi-successfully managed to scan this this menu that we have here with instructions, kind of telling us what to do and what not to do. I was trying to figure out, we're supposed to self-report our temperatures. I can't exactly figure out what times we're supposed to do that yet, but I think it's in the evening time. I think the nurses also call us in the mornings and evenings. They called us yesterday evening, I think just after our evening meal. Been going along with it. Took the meds in the morning with the breakfast. Did a little bit of cleaning up around the room. Dust seems to build up in Thailand constantly, and my neighbour, we were one of 6 that came from the centre together. We all we banded together because we all spoke English, and there was like people jumping queues, and there was people quite sick that needed to be seen first, so we were trying to get them to the top of the queue. So I met him this morning in the balcony, and we were prisoner exchange of a coffee sachet, because there's no tea and coffee in the room, and I haven't had coffee in about a day and a half. Anyone who actually knows me knows that I live on coffee. So I'm going to enjoy my first coffee, and I'll try and go through maybe the meds we're given, and I'll just keep documenting throughout the day, and I'll try and drop this video maybe in the evening. Drop them in each evening, maybe after evening meal or something like that. So we'll see you then. Sitting up in the balcony, morning of day 2, enjoying my first coffee in I don't know how long, which my neighbour gave me. You'd almost be forgiven for thinking that you're actually on holiday still and not in a state quarantine hotel. I'll just give you a quick look at what we can see. This is my view. It's a very nice place, very well kept, well organised. As you can see, the block opposite me has just started to get sunshine, and everyone's hiding from their balconies. Everyone was out a little while ago. I think on my side we started getting direct sun about 3 p.m. yesterday evening. Currently about 28 degrees. So neither myself or my neighbour Mike have figured out the menu yet. It appears that you can buy different options off the menu. You scan a QR code in the Line app for there's one for the state quarantine, like a general facility app, and there's one for the actual hotel itself. So you purchase individual items, and I think at various different times. If you order before 10, you get it at 12. If you order before 3 p.m, you can get it by the 5 p.m. evening meal, or up to 8 p.m. that night. It'll be delivered by the next morning. Luckily I caught the person for breakfast this morning and just asked for not spicy. My pet, I think it's in Thai. I've very little Thai, so it's the only thing I'd used to be asking for is not spicy. It's for the money we're paying. You would expect that there would be maybe a few options on the menu, but at the same time you can understand they're feeding, like, we think there must be 600 to 700 people here. At least some of the rooms are family rooms. They're probably limited in what they can do, but it is what it is. They're fairly well set up. They're fairly well organised. Everything is great except for the actual beds, and if anyone knows, beds in Thailand are incredibly hard. I think they left all the hardest ones here, because it's like a slab of concrete with a foam blanket on it. It's basically how hard it is. So hopefully these videos work together and they make sense. Maybe there's some kind of a timeline on them that feeds together, makes sense. We'll see. Talk to you later. As you can see, there's constantly more people arriving, being dropped off. During the night, found it quite hard to sleep, and there was actually an ambulance taking somebody away, so hope they're okay. I've managed to get in touch with 3 of the 6 of us that came together, and we're okay, figuring things out, trying to pass the time, I suppose. See you in the next one. Okay, to start off the video, I think maybe if I start doing a bit of a room tour, might be the easiest thing. Plus you get to see when it's actually probably clean and not like a bomb site in 8 days time. So you come in standard, every room has a safe, I think, which is always good. But I'm at the end of my holiday, so there's nothing to put into it. Bathroom, very nice, clean. They've given us a basin for washing all our clothes in, so I'm just going to try and keep doing a little bit every day and not let it build up, because we don't actually have a rack for drying other than just a bar outside. So standard loo, bath, shower, and we've another little drying rack just there. So pretty standard enough. It's clean, new. We've a mop for cleaning out the place, bag stand, quite a large fridge that I've tried to stock up most of the water that I have into, and keep some of the stuff we get during the day clean, cold I mean. So we get kettle, crockery, cups. We're not provided with tea and coffee or milk or anything along those lines. So beds, 2 singles, they're designed to be put together. I've taken the quilt off this one and trying to pad up this one, because they are the hardest mattresses that were ever created on the planet, and there's nothing I can do about it. I've tried to get through, so we've a desk and chair to work at. I suppose play a few games on Facebook and try and stay in touch with the world and figure out what's going to go on, you know. Big double door, sliding doors out to the balcony, 2 chairs. As you can see, I've only got 1 little bar for drying, so as I go through clothes I'm just going to try and keep them washed so I don't have to be drying all day every day. Hotel itself is quite nice, very, I think it's just been refurbished, or was just almost completed, and it was changed to this quarantine capacity. So big pool with kind of a jacuzzi deck here and a little hangout bar area. That area over there appears to be the main reception desk, and nice lush garden. This was the main check-in area here under the basement, where you parking facilities, park your cars, where we were all checked in. And we were in building 2. Building 3 over there appears to have the same kind of garage unit, and this is building 1. I don't know if they have something similar. Maybe it's just the 2 that we can see. So yeah, we'll start it at that. So this is actually how our meals get delivered. It's just coming up on 12 o'clock, and this is for one of the floors. About 3 to 4 of these people have already gone past, and I just caught it here on my phone. So they're all pre-packaged and they're delivered to your door, and as each little section of the floor is done, they knock on the doors and basically run away. So there you go. So lunch has just arrived. Not entirely sure what it is. Thai chicken with curried eggs and rice with every meal. We're also given a QR code, and this is for talking with the doctor if we need anything extra. We were given 4 numbers to call, and they'll be for speaking with nurses if you need to call for help while you're in the room. So lunch is actually pretty good, pretty tasty, and just got a text from a friend of mine that they've dropped a bag in for me, so I should get that by I think just before our evening meals or just after our evening meals to deliver them. Not entirely sure, but yep, I'll try and get this fitted in with the other clips and see if they make any sense. See you then. So this is the QR code that we were given with lunch to speak with the doctor. It's actually a doctor's group within the hotel. So what you do is you upload your temperature, and you have a finger monitor which reads your heart rate and blood pressure, and just putting in the 3 prefixes, your name, your room, temperature, and your heart rate and blood pressure. There's literally, I think, somebody joining every 30 seconds just before I started making this, and people were joining, people were leaving, and according to the group there's about 280 people, so I was a bit off on my numbers, but maybe just one person in each room is joining. So that's that. So in the last little bit I had said that they had given us a QR code to speak with the doctor, and that's where we upload our temperature, blood pressure and heart rate once a day, I think. Myself and Mike are here on the balcony. This is my jail buddy over here somewhere, don't know, can you see? But the doctor's group is a group on the Line app, but all of the residents have seemed to have taken it over, and we're having a chat in the app. There's about 270 people in there. People keep joining and leaving and joining and leaving because of all the notifications. So we've actually had more information in the last 20 minutes on the Line app group, with everyone sharing the little bit that they know, than what we can make out ourselves. So it was, people were talking about ordering food, on the menu, but it's not as a replacement to your meal. It's extra food that you're ordering yourself, which you must pay for. One of the members of the group was saying that unless you actually have a Thai friend, or I think they use Line Pay, you won't be able to pay for it. So the trick is to make sure that you have a friend who's able to deliver to the hotel in the morning time, that you get a package that evening. The hotel here won't accept cooked food. Every package must have expiration dates is the main thing on it. So something bought in a shop rather than cooked and sealed, it must be done that way. Catch up again later. So just spent about 15 to 20 minutes on the phone trying to get some medication. So I have an allergy. I react quite badly to mosquito bites, and I ran out 2 days ago, and starting to react a little bit badly to mosquito bites that you get here. So I think I have some coming. Not entirely sure. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So my friend just brought me a care package. It was dropped in this morning about 8 a.m. and it's now, I think it was 3:20 when I just saw the clock there, and they dropped the packages around to the room. So lots of goodies to keep me going for a few days. Thank you very much, Noi. You've really helped me out with this one. Thank you. See you soon, guys. So as you saw in the last video, my friend told me that they'd come over this morning and drop me a care package, and they really dropped me a package over, and the hotel just brought it up. Thought of everything. So bought coffee, sugar, fruit juices, because they said I was unwell, I need vitamins. They also saw my first video and said I need to trim my mustache, so they brought me a scissors and a razor. Packs of crisps, chocolate, cans of Coke, toilet roll, just things that you wouldn't, like, you're not going to have on hand, or you're not going to think of walking out the door of a hotel, So thank you, Noi. Thank you for that. It was a big help. It was very good. Thank you. So this is the evening meal. Smallish portion, but a lot of rice and chicken. Looks okay, not too spicy. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to go through some of the tablets and things that they gave us. So we have a largest pack of paracetamol, and everything is being prescribed basically 3 times a day with meals. So have been kind of sticking with it, and they do seem to be making quite a big difference. So obviously this is just a regular painkiller. I have absolutely no idea what this is, other than it's chlorpheniramine. I'm not even going to imagine and say what it's for. Maybe some kind of, I don't know, analgesic or some kind of muscle help. It helps anyway. This is another one. Can't see what the name of it is on the pack. A lot of them are antivirals and anti-inflammatories. It's a Triphala, it's called. Again, no idea what it does, but since we've come in here, every one of us says we're feeling way better. Headaches gone, dizziness gone, sore throat is almost gone. The next tablet they've given us here is dextrometafan. I can't really say if I'm a fan or not of it. Same 1-3 times a day with food. The next tablets they've given us are these guys. Sorry, they're not tablets actually. They are for the first 5 days. They gave us electrolyte drinks. So we pour them into a glass with during the day, and an electrolyte drink just to combat some of the symptoms of flu, basically. These guys, they have actually thought of quite a lot of things that you wouldn't have necessarily thought of. They've actually issued people with 2 packs of lozenges, throat lozenges. They taste absolutely foul. They say there's some peach flavour, but it's not any peach I've ever seen on this earth. But they do seem to actually help. They've issued us with 2 thermometers, and along with lunch today we were given a QR code that I showed you, and we all figured out how to use it. You log your room number, your name, your temperature, and along with that they've also given us a blood pressure monitor. So we load up our, it'll tell us our heart rate and our oxygen rate, and we load that up on an app that we scan again within the Line app program. So what we do is, when we were there, everyone was loading up the information and everyone actually started talking. We seemed to actually take over the app, and people were back and forth talking about X, Y, Z and news and when we're going to do things and when we're going to get things. It was actually quite funny. Some of the Thai people who know obviously how to use the Line app far more than we do, they started changing the picture profiles of it and putting in all these emojis. It was quite funny, but you know, it was, I suppose everyone's kind of fed up, but it was a way of passing some of the time and getting, passing the day. So that was the meds video, and I'll try and get this all together and put it up in a little while, and hope it works. See you later, guys.